Ladies and gentlemen, the 44th President of the United States, the Honorable Barack H. Obama.
I get it. You know, maybe she was sick. Maybe she was doing her birthday, whatever the case was. But, and maybe I'm a little old school, right? But the way I see it is like, first, just on a American front, like the inauguration is supposed to represent kind of like a ceasefire. It's supposed to be like a peaceful handing over of the torch, kind of. And it's supposed to show the American people, I think, that after all of this bloody politics that happened, we're all going to come together, the enemies and the friends. You know, everybody's going to come together to show respect to the new person in office as a respect to the presidency itself, right? Outside of who's in it currently. Now, as far as my experience, the Obamas have a very polished, very clean image or brand. And I think a lot of their brand has been leveraged on them being a unified front. I also think there's a lot at stake considering Barack Obama is the first Black president. His wife is the first Black first lady. And on top of that, we don't know if we'll ever see one again. I think also when you add to it that one of his biggest criticisms with when dealing with Donald Trump specifically is, or the left, Donald Trump calls them, you know, weak leaders. He shouts that out a lot, that they're weak leaders. So with all that in perspective, you have these two monumental moments in American history, and the first Black lady, first lady, isn't there with no explanation for reasons that seem to be personal. And I keep hearing from people, you know, well, she has the right to do what she wants. But at the same time, she has a position that she feels that's bigger than her. Like, it's bigger than Barack. It's bigger than them. It's about America, right? So I think if we keep that into consideration, for me personally, it's a little disappointing. You know, like, to me, the message that it gives off is weak. And I think that what it does is it opens the window for people to continue to attack his presidency and his legacy. Because right now, what it looks like is, it looks like it's not a unified front. And the evidence of that is everywhere you look, there's questions. Are they still together? Are they a divorce? What's going on? And I don't know, for two people that carried themselves in such a polished way, for there to not be a unified front, as a Black man, it's just disappointing. As an American, it's disappointing. Like, I could completely understand if the sentiment was, we're not fucking with Trump, we're not showing up. Because then, to me, that's a strong statement. That's strong. That shows strength. Even if I don't agree with it, it still shows strength. They were decisive. If they came together now, I think that would show strength, especially considering the fact that Michelle Obama has consistently been very vocal about this presidency. I actually find it a little bit cowardly that she would not face the opponent, and I find it to be bad sportsmanship. That's just my opinion. I think that when you play a good game against somebody, no matter how what y'all did in the game or however the fight was, you touch gloves at the end of the day and you show each other respect and you honor the new champ, however it turned out. And in this situation, I think, considering that she was so vocal, you don't get to be vocal and you don't get to get all the benefits of being this active, well-known, prominent first lady. And then in situations where you have to continue in your duty after the presidency, now it's about your feelings. Now it's about what you want to do. I just feel like that's a little disingenuous. I think for her to be standing next to her husband, in spite of the fact that she doesn't like Trump, in spite of the fact that it gave her anxiety, I think that would show true strength. But her making one decision and him making another decision that doesn't show strength in any way. And I saw that Mike Pence, it didn't seem like Mike Pence had his woman with him. And to me, that made it actually look worse. Because to me, Mike Pence is like such a weakling. And now for you to be just like him, showing up without your woman, it's like, bro, like you're Barack, bro. You're that guy. Your wife should be with you. And also, just as a black man, I feel like there needs to be a scene showing that this man who was once the most powerful man in the world, he got his house in order. His wife is with him to ride until death for whatever, don't matter how she feels. Because this is war that y'all in. This is politics. This isn't friendly. Politics is war. And you know that when you make the commitment to stand by his side when he ran for that presidency, you're in it for life, period. Now, if you don't want to be in it, play the Melania role and keep your mouth shut, stay in the background, don't show up to nothing, and just stay with the kid. Don't even be in the White House. But if you're going to be the first lady that's talking about everything and in everything, nah, you got to stand on business. You got to hold it down, in my opinion. So I don't know. I just feel like, and again, I've never seen I may not see another black president in my life, right? And one of the last images we have is him standing there by himself, getting booed, looking defeated, because he got booed on that walk-in. It didn't show it in that clip, but I saw the clip where he got booed. And to be dealing with that as a man without your wife by your side, to me, when you have a wife, is crazy. She let him take them boos by himself. But and that, to me, that's fucked up. Now, maybe they had an agreement and an understanding, but then some type of message should have been put out, or some type that still showed we are united, right? But again, that's just my opinion on it.
I definitely agree with Clout. I definitely was surprised that she didn't show up, because I would have been standing next to Barack, rain, sleet, or snow, cold, cramps, whatever. I don't understand where that disagreement came from, right? I don't, because I know Michelle to be like in your face. She's going to tell you how you feel. So to not be able to stand there and look at your opponent, that's kind of weak. You know what I'm saying? That makes us look weak. That makes the Black family unit look weak, because they're supposed to be like this sign of, you know, this is what the Black family should look like. And they're supposed to be this example to everyone, to our kids. So for her to not show up is one thing, but to let the rumors fly, to not address why you didn't show up, because you knew you weren't showing up before you wasn't showing up. So why didn't any of your people put out the reason? Like, why is everything such a secret? I don't agree with that. Because there literally could be something wrong, but I think that she should have voiced it and said it, because it doesn't look good. It literally looks horrible to me. Like, I was like, why wouldn't she come? You know, and I feel like that literally made them look weak, because if you can't do nothing else, you got to show up for your man, and she didn't do that. She was about her, and she went on tour by herself. She's starting to put self in it, because everything that she's doing is for her. And it's supposed to be, like Clout said, for America. We're supposed to be looking at the bigger picture. Everyone sees that everyone is all divided and things are supposed to be crazy. And I feel like you keeping things going and the division going by not showing up. Like, you're creating a whole nother conflict with people.